was fat. And that's when I decided to go to Jenny Craig.
You don't know how it is.
This, let me tell you, those of you who are starting dieting or dieting a little bit, this is what 67 pounds of fat looks like. I can't lift it.
You're only gonna see the inner beauty.
What are you doing? I am rescuing you. From what? From what?
This fall, I gave him the ability to see.
You know no-nonsense controlled top pantyhose can make whatever you wear look better because it's rib pant.
Look like the cow that jumped on.
Just two fat bad bitches over here, yeah. Just two fat bad bitches. And this is Under the Weight of It All. Welcome to Under the Weight of It All, where we break down the spectrum of the fat experience. We're going to confront those stigmas society has put on us and flip that shame right back with the honesty, laughter, and a little bit of chaos. I am Karrington Allure. Reverse. And I am Felisha Alexis. And on the behalf of big girls everywhere, I am not confident just for existing. Period. I do not need a congratulations because I love myself. For real. I don't need you to comment on my confidence as if it's such a revolutionary motherfucking act for a fat bitch to love her motherfucking self. Just because you wouldn't have my confidence in my body doesn't mean I'm radical, because I do. Literally. Don't piss me off. Let's get into it. Hurry up. So let's get into Thick and Unfiltered. Let's do a little warm up, a little pop culture, current events before we get into the guts of the shit. What's going on with you? Not shit. Same. Not a damn thing. Same. Okay. Listen, getting ready for these holidays. Yep. By the time this comes out, they're going to be long gone, which thank God I can't wait to be that person. Yes. But yeah, just getting ready for these holidays, you know, being around family, which is good, bad, and everything in between. Yeah. You know. How about you? Same thing. Yeah. Playing Santa, you know, getting ready to spend all of my motherfucking money. Work my ass off. Yeah, that's basically all I've been doing is being at work. Let me tell you about what happened at work the other day, actually. I'm ready. While we're on this subject, and this kind of goes along with our episode. I just switched to night shift. Upon inception of this podcast, needed extra time, scheduling, all that kind of stuff. Even though I've worked with my company for 6 years, night shift is just knowing who I am, right? Yeah. So obviously, I dress different for a woman my size. And I think my people on day shift are kind of like used to that shit. So like, it's not even like a thought in my head. But I've kind of been more aware that I'm getting more attention. I'm packing the other day, right? This girl come up to me, literally, mid shift. It's like, oh, I just wanted to tell you, like, I love your body. I love the way you love your body. I love the way you love your body. That's what she said. I love the way you love your body. Like, and she's like, going on. What do you mean, bitch? Like, she's going on, and then she's like, I thought I was fat. Like, you skinny bitches are evil and you need to be destroyed. Yeah. And like even like gestured, like, I thought I was fat. Like, to wait. I don't know. So she's saying, you fat as hell. I'm not. I thought I was until I saw your ass. And if I was fat as hell, I wasn't going to be wearing what you have on. That's what I got. You big burly bitch. You big bitch. You big old burly bitch. Big linebacker ass bitch, you. Like, I mean, that's crazy. I don't know what crossed her mind to think that if she would have just kept it at, I love the way you love your body, I would have accepted that. Even though if I wasn't in this body, you wouldn't have said that shit to me. No. You know what I mean? Like, you would not. Imagine if someone came up to her ass and said some shit like that. She would have been pissed. No, for real. Especially considering her ass thought she was fat. Like, and apparently she's not to herself anymore because she saw Felisha. I mean, like, she's not a fat person. Like, she's. Why even gesture? Like, we're two people that use the word fat, right? Yeah. So I feel like whatever, like, to use it as a descriptive word is cool, but when you're trying to give someone a compliment and you're saying, I thought I was fat, which lets me know that you think that that's a negative, like, that's a negative connotation the way you put that,
Right.
the way you presented that. But and then, like, using it as a way to compliment someone for having the confidence they do while being fat and wearing something you wouldn't feel confident wearing is crazy. It's crazy.
It's a deep Negro spiritual side. Like, it is just like I don't know what they in. I'm gonna speak to y'all. What about coming up to a bigger person and saying, I love your confidence, sounds flattering. Just to let y'all know, that shit is on the lowest of keys, degrading as fuck.
It literally.
And backhanded as hell.
Yeah. Because it's kind of.
Go ahead.
Because I'm like, we can go for days.
No, for real.
But it's one of those things where it's like, you would not say anything about my confidence if you didn't feel like it was something that I shouldn't have.
Absolutely.
Like, you think that, like, I feel like whenever anyone has ever told me, like, oh, you're pretty for this, oh, like, you know, you have so much confidence for that, or whatever it may be, it was like, you think that I shouldn't have that because I look different than you, or because I present myself different than what you might think is attractive,
or what should be attractive, or was perceived as attractive, or okay, or normal, whatever the fuck it may be.
Where it's like, if I was a standard sized person and I was as confident as I am right now, if I was a standard sized person and as confident as I am now, there would be no conversation about my confidence at all. It would be probably the last thing that was talked about. If it would be, because I'm a woman and a black woman at that, but it wouldn't be on this scale of like, wow, you're just like, it's surprising to me. It's baffling to me.
Because I would
It's
never.
shocking that you fat bitch would be this damn confident.
But that's,
you big ass bitch.
It's like that confidence becomes a fucking circus act, a circus trick to everybody else, because it's like, how do they do it? Because I could never. If I was as fat as your ass, bitch, I would never be caught wearing that. I would never be caught doing that, saying that, being like that. Bitch, fuck you and your mama.
And the truth is, you probably fucking wouldn't, because you don't love yourself now.
You don't love yourself now, so you couldn't imagine, and you think that you are better than me because society tells you you are, even though you're not. You suck. Like, trash. You think that you're better, so then it makes you, like, you start to question yourself, like, how, it's almost like you're offended by how dare she have confidence. Like,
how dare this bitch walk in here, have more confidence than me, look better than me, have her head held higher than me, and I'm right here.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt.
Yeah.
And that's what it feels like when you walk into a room full of people that are insecure as fuck, and you're not, but you look different than what society might deem successful. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you bitches is so mad that people can be confident and love themselves regardless of what you might say is attractive. Because, bitch, I'm not in your bed. I might be your man.
At the time, they're not even going off of what they think is attractive. They're going off of being accepted in what the next person likes.
Yeah, because y'all some bird ass bitches that got one fucking brain cell.
Tweet, motherfucker.
Okay, y'all love to share that one little brain cell around. No individuality at all. Okay.
And I just feel like fat women, and let me know how you feel about this, but I just feel like fat women aren't allowed to have a neutral self-esteem. Like, it's not even that I have all this motherfucking confidence, like I'm this is who the fuck I am.
Yes.
This is who I am.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
You know what? I actually, because I think when we were going over like notes for this episode, I think when we were first talking about it, I kind of took it as like, I can't have any type of confidence at all, but it is like my confidence. I wouldn't say I'm any more or less confident than the next person. I just think because we're fat people, it's deemed as like high esteemed value, but it's like, no, I'm just normal. Like, I just love myself like anybody else would, but because I'm fat, you think it's like this huge thing. Yeah. So no, I agree with you.
And it's because you don't think that I should love myself.
I don't think that we get that. I think that the minute you say you're confident, it's like, oh.
Let's break down the real meaning behind I love your confidence.
I'm ready.
When y'all tell us we love your confidence, I love your confidence.
Oh my God.
Danny DeVito, I love your work.
Oh my God, Danny DeVito, I love your work.
What it really means, what it actually means is...
Bitch. Hey. I fucked a nigga named Anthony too. That's so funny. If you know,
Anthony is a crazy.
I know. Why you name him that? We call you Toes secretly, and you know why. You know why we call you Toes.
Toes?
Yeah.
Oh, Toes for the hoes. Okay, so it actually means it's surprising someone like you feels good about themselves. It means your body is something to overcome. It means confidence doesn't belong to big women. That's when you approach us and you're saying I love your confidence, because you wouldn't approach. If you seen a model type Naomi Campbell, Tyra Banks, Bella Hadid type bitch, I love me some Bella Hadid.
I love Bella Hadid.
If you see,
or a Bella sponsor. Okay.
No, for real, we love you. If you seen a bitch like that walking down the street, you would admire her and never speak to her.
Even if you did speak to her, let's think about it. Even if you did, I think of like Alex Kasani, like all of these beautiful models that are like, even if you did say I love your confidence, the tone behind it would be so different.
It would.
You're saying to me like, oh, I love your confidence, but to them it's like, oh, I love your confidence. Like I love how, like, you're saying it to me as if I shouldn't be confident, but to someone else you're saying it like I wish I had your confidence, and there's a difference. There's a huge difference between that. Like we don't get the grace of like, you know, like, oh, you're just fired because you're fired, like Alex Kasani, like Quinn Blackwell, like any of those people. Right. But because we're fat, it's like I guess I love your confidence.
That's the backhanded part of it, is I love your confidence. Like Charity, oh my God, look at her, she's like so precious. Look at that cute little fat girl that thinks she's adorable, that thinks she can take my nigga. I can and I will.
And some of y'all I have.
Yuck.
No, for real.
I think we should get a society scale.
I'm into that.
All right. While we're on the subject of y'all, let's talk about it.
All right, so this is our segment, Society Scale. We are going to drop into some Instagram videos, some things that went viral this week. It's going to be related to our topic, I'm not confident for existing. Let's let them know what's up with these videos.
Let's watch this one. This one is from Fat Bitch with an Ego. I know that's right, girl. Period. All right, let me run this whole back. Cut! 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 So for those of you that are listening and not watching on the YouTubes, is basically a pretty ass BBW snipping at
every single damn stereotype that's given towards fat women based off of how they look or how they perceive us as people that we date.
Yeah, BBW's got the best coochie type shit. I only like big girls. You're not fat, you're thick, you're cute for a big girl. Like all that.
Yeah.
Cut!
I don't know. I feel like for me, when I watch that video, I relate to her so hard because even in the moment, it's so passive when y'all deliver these compliments that I don't think all of us have the energy to be able to react to them in the ways that we would like to. When I'm hearing it, I'm just like, if you don't shut your dumb ass up, if you don't shut your dumb little skinny ass up you think you know everything, bitch.
If I heard you are pretty or you are cute for a big girl, I would be a millionaire right now.
Babe,
at 30.
If she got $1 every time, I'm telling you she would.
No,
because same.
Like,
I mean, clearly at this point we've said it 1,000 times. We know that saying someone just because you're fat or you're pretty and, you know, complimenting them for being pretty and fat doesn't mean that I don't have to take that as a compliment. And I think it's insane that people say those things and assume that I have to accept that as a compliment.
That shit is like literally, I would say low hanging fruit, but it's like the fruit that falls off the tree that you just.
It's literally on the ground. And truly, when y'all say that shit, I feel like I look at you and my look goes past your spirit because I am trying to ignore the fact that you're saying it. It is one of those things where it makes me, I don't take it as a compliment. If anything, I take it as a way to judge you and to see how you treat fat people. And it kind of gives me an inkling into how unconfident you actually are.
It gives me the ick.
Like,
compliment
this bitch. Literally. And you can sit on it and spin if you like.
Sit on it and do a trick.
No lube, bitch.
No lube.
And I know your pussy dry, so.
Oh, I was thinking ass. That's why I said ow.
Yeah, and that too. Shit. All right, let's get into these heavy conversations. I don't even know why I just did that, but I did that for y'all, so you're welcome. Let's get into the heavy shit of this shit, okay? I want to deep dive into our topic, my confidence, LA. God damn it. I'm not confident for existing. You know what? And the damn thing says I got you and they didn't. They did not have me. I can't wait for y'all to meet LA for real. That shit is so funny. But okay, y'all. So what the hell does the comment mean? Okay. When someone says, I love your confidence, what do you think they're really saying?
I think everything that we talked about in the top of the episode, I think that shit is true.
Does the phrase, I love your confidence, feel like a compliment, a microaggression, or something else? And if so, why? And break it down. Break it down now.
I would compare it to a microaggression because I think with microaggressions in reference to race, the person that is doing the microaggression might not understand that it's a microaggression. You know what I mean? Like, because they are so, like, it's a very subtle slight.
Yeah.
I do not think that standard sized people realize that it is as backhanded as it is. I personally would categorize it with a microaggression.
I hear you.
How about you?
I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
I think your comparison to with race and like how I think that's great. And I know people hate that because there was like the whole Cardi B thing where they were like being fat is not comparable to like having any type of like racial but discriminate. I mean, especially considering the episode that we had prior to this talking about like the legislative laws that are being put in place to disenfranchise fat people. Like there is a such thing as microaggressions, and this statement I think purpose is a very passive but perfect example of people having microaggressions towards fat people.
Absolutely.
Like you feeling the need to say, you know, I'm confident in general, again, because you wouldn't say it to anyone else, is wild. You know? And I think that if the same compliments that skinny people gave fat people, they heard themselves, they would take offense to it. Truly. I think if they heard someone else out in public saying some of the things they say to fat people, they would be kind of taken aback by it.
We're expected to take it and accept it as a compliment.
Y'all mad if I tell you that was weird?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah,
no, bitch, that was weird.
Why do you think people act like it's bizarre to see a fat woman like happy with herself?
Because regular sized people, I don't think this is, and I want to say this, I think we both generalize a lot in this, but
Absolutely.
like, I think
we have to generalize for the sake of
for sure
the conversation.
For sure. I think that the standard sized people that have something to say a lot of the time are not confident within themselves. So seeing someone that is a different size be exactly what they're not with the added like, you know, discrimination of being fat, I think that it pisses them off. I think that's why it throws them off, because they're like, I'm right here looking exactly how I should look. I'm the picture perfect, you know, of what Vogue is looking for, and I still don't love myself.
And I still feel inadequate. Why do you
got
feel
the nerve to be a big bitch, cute as fuck in the face, cute outfit put together? You got the nerve to be up here being more confident than me. Like, I think that's really what it is you don't love yourself, and that's not for me to fucking fix, bitch.
Yeah. Sounds like a
to
fucking
the mirror.
Yeah.
You should talk to the mirror. I talk to it all the time.
I think you should go talk to that lady personally.
Truly.
Like, go get some therapy. Like, go work on yourself for real. Because if you have the outsides
Talk to the mirror.
and you're still really struggling on the insides, it's because you're not happy with the inside.
And if you loved yourself for real,
love yourself from inside out.
If you loved yourself for real, you wouldn't give a fuck about what I was doing. I genuinely love myself so much to where, like, when I see people that may be doing better than me or, like, whatever it may be, might look more accepting than I do, I'm encouraging of these people. I'm not trying to put them down to make myself feel better by myself. Like, y'all don't love yourselves, and it shows. It shows. In your opinion, why do you feel like confidence is treated like a performance instead of a baseline for fat people?
I think because they assume that it is performative.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I feel like we've talked about the Ozempic craze in the last 3 episodes because it's just such a... That's what we are in right now. We are in that shit right now. And I think I've seen people say that body positivity is a cop-out. It is not a cop-out. It is a way to cope.
Yeah.
Rather. And with everybody going to pick up that needle as quick as they are, I can't argue with that. I think that a lot of people do use it to cope. And that's not necessarily a negative thing, but it does feel performative when, yes, I love myself, but I'd love myself more if I was skinny, or I'd rather be skinny, or I'd do anything to be skinny. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of...
I hear you. I think that's an interesting perspective.
Takes the validity away, in a sense.
When I hear you say that, it makes me think of, like, you know how we talked in the past about, like, being fat, you kind of are forced to be confident from a younger age because you're re-correcting what other people are kind of telling you about yourself. Like, you're trying to, like, not feel less than, even though there's a bunch of people around you trying to convince you that you should. And I do think that there's a certain point in that journey where, like, you either are actually confident or it is performance, and you're trying to, like, convince yourself that you love yourself as much as you do.
If I'm being honest, I feel like at first it was a performance. Like, because I started this journey so long, like, I had to fake it until I made it. I had to fake it and pretend like I thought that I was the shit until one day I woke up and I really believed that shit. Yeah. So I feel like, in a sense, yes, like it is. But like this, like you said, it depends on where you take it. Either it continues to be a performance,
'cause I agree
or
with
it
you.
really does evolve into how you live your life.
Actually, there was this guy I was talking to. He's like a friend of mine. He's like a very fit, like bodybuilder type guy. And I was doing his hair actually. And I remember he asked me, like, how are you so confident? Like, why are you so confident? Like, you know what I mean? Like, kind of nitpicking and like asked me why I was so confident. And I think in that moment when we're talking about like their performance, I don't think that every fat person is performing, which is really what I mean by what I'm saying. But I do think that outwardly people assume that we are. So even if it is, that's not everyone's story.
Because it's not believable because
but I do think outward looking in, when it's a standard size person, even if it is like a 50-50 split of who's performing, who's not, I think they assume everybody is, just because they can't fathom someone not. Do you know what I mean? Like, because this person asking me that, it was kind of like, it started off as being a very like genuine question, and then it kind of, because my answers didn't change and didn't show any form of like faltering in my confidence, I feel like they kept kind of nitpicking at it just to see if I was going to change my answer. Do you get what I'm saying?
Like the motherfucking test, they be asking you shit in different wording to see if you gonna fuck up.
Literally.
That's crazy.
Yes, it was wild. And I low-key think he want to eat my pussy for real. And that's really what it is. But we won't go there. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those, you can't fathom someone being so confident. But like, why?
And being okay and
but
loving
why?
something that
to
you
the point where like,
would
do
never
you
be.
chastise any of your other friends about why they show up in the world in the ways that they do? Especially your standard size friends? I can't imagine. I feel you on the performance though.
Yeah.
I just wish that other people, like, I think in the fat community, let me like deal with that. But to have someone else try to like pull that out of you, especially if it's going to be someone that like, this same person, this is so funny. I go through these periods where I want to work out. I want to like go to the gym because I think as a fat person, I should be able to move my body and do certain things. And this person, I literally asked him if like they bodybuild. I was like, do you mind taking me? Never even answered type shit. So it's like, you were questioning me about my confidence. But like, what if I told you I wasn't confident? Did you have the tools to be able to help me through that? No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just wanted to fulfill whatever fantasy you had about me being insecure. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you were trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just like,
call you on a bluff that doesn't exist.
Yeah. So I'm like, I think that regardless of like what the fat community has going on, that's for us to figure out. Like, I don't think it's for anyone, especially someone that doesn't have the like skills to be able to help someone through that moment to really question or try to like decipher through. Like, performance or not, bitch, it's not your business. Like,
when was the first time that you heard "I love your confidence"? And at that time, did you understand that to be a backhanded compliment or a insult?
So I can't remember, like, I can't recall the specific time because I think I've heard this statement like more times than I can count. I feel you on that. Like, bitch, I would have been rich. Like, but I remember the feeling, right, of when I first heard this. And I genuinely, because I was not a healed person at that time, and I'm still not, but I was a lot further off than I am now. I was like, I was like, I'm better than thou. Like, they see something in me that others don't. And it took me years of realizing, like, wait, bitch, why can't you just tell me, like, like, you're so dope. Like, I love you for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is my confidence level as someone that I know? I think the more comfortable you get with your body, the more aware you are of how different you are from everyone else. So I think the more I became aware of, like, oh, niggas ain't really, like, we're not the same, it kind of made me realize, like, you're trying to be sneaky. Like, you're trying to be, like, backhanded when you say that. And it took time for me to learn that. Yeah. So how did you feel the first time you heard that? And, like, do you recall the moment?
I want to say I probably don't recall the exact moment. But, no, I definitely didn't take it as an insult then. Because I think I use my confidence for survival.
Yeah. And
that was almost like a recognition. Like, okay, I'm doing good, y'all. Like, they love this confidence that I don't really got. So that means it's working. You know what I mean? And eventually, you know, it started to take shape and take form throughout my evolution. It becomes real confidence. So then you are able to be like,
bitch.
Yeah. Actually,
what do you mean by that?
Like I can read between the lines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in the same sense, one of the times that I do remember somebody telling me that was my best friend Samantha. Mm-hmm. And prior to me meeting Sam, she was a very that was like literally the first thing I met her while I was working at Torrid as an assistant manager, and she worked in the mall somewhere. She came in, I seen this girl. I was like, I've never seen another one of us before It was like a
Literally.
big girl walking into a
Yeah.
store, head held high.
Yeah.
Like just a certain
You never
aura
forget
and
seeing another one in the
confidence about
field.
her. And I was
Yeah.
like, she needs to work here. I don't know her, but she needs to work here. And she did. And we ended up developing our friendship. And there was things that she wasn't comfortable with her body. And she said, I learned from you. You taught me this. And that, I know that is a genuine, that is a genuine sense of.
It's different when it's coming from
I
someone
love
in the
your
field.
confidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear you though, because
Genuinely,
it does.
generally, I should say. Generally, I would say not a genuine thing.
Yeah.
Not a genuine thing at all.
Yeah. I like that you added that story though, because I do think that it's when it's coming from another fat person that like it's almost like that sense of family or that sense of community where like you're trying to help that person realize like, girl,
Absolutely.
who gives a fuck? Like
Period.
love yourself.
Yes.
That's the moment where I do want to hear I love your confidence.
Yes.
You know, like those are the moments where it's like you're being an inspiration to someone. That's the moment that I do want to hear those things for sure. Okay. So to kind of tail end off of that, I want to ask like, has this specific comment ever made you feel self-conscious or like make you kind of feel like you had to sink or minimize yourself?
Absolutely. I think when I grow and I've done some inner work and realizing that is not the compliment that I thought it was, probably that first time that I heard it in that new space, I was like, let me read between the lines on that. Like, what exactly are you saying? Are you saying that I am not deserving of this confidence? This is something that I shouldn't have to have, like that shouldn't come to me naturally, something I have to work for. Like that's when I started questioning them, like, no, what do you mean by that? Like for real.
I think for me it kind of, in terms of being self-conscious, it was more of like oh shit, like they are trying to acknowledge that I'm fat right now.
Yes.
Like that's really what it made me feel like when I've heard that as a confident fat person at this point. It's been like you're trying to recognize that I'm like a dope fat person without like saying it in a way that's actually coming from a place of really complimenting me.
Right.
Like, you don't even know how to compliment
It's almost
me.
like they don't want to give you too much credit for just being who you are.
Yeah.
It has to be like this, I don't know, like this overcompensation.
I think you hit it on the nose when you were kind of like, oh, it's cute. It's like you're trying to minimize me. I think it's the same thing that they do with like people with like certain neurodivergence. Like if someone has a certain level of autism, they think that they can't live like a normal life or have an opinion or like have a relationship. It's the same thing for fat people. Like you don't think that because I'm fat, I can like have this confidence without like being apologetic about it. So I think the way they present themselves in that like statement is just trying to make us feel less than, and at the same time trying to acknowledge this like dope part of ourselves that they don't, like you said, give us full credit for. It's almost like you want to lessen me because you don't think I actually have the ability to be this person, and that's a you problem. That's not, I'm living this life, I'm living in my truth, I'm not playing pretend. Even if I was being performative, even if I was playing a part, I'm still playing the role that I think I'm deserving to play, right? So like, like you can't really take that away from someone. Yeah. And then if you do try to like compliment someone, there's a way to say it, and it doesn't have to involve trying to lessen them in the same moment. Just say I fucking like your outfit, say I fucking like your ass, say I fucking like the way you look, and leave it at that.
So what do you think is the most, if you can remember, what's the most backhanded compliment that you've received?
I have to think about that. I want you to answer first.
I feel like it's there. It was one of those moments that I didn't realize, especially when you have like your little neurospicy. You might not realize that it's an insult in that moment until you're like picking your wedgie 2 days later and you're like, hold on, wait a fucking minute.
Like what?
Yeah. So I want to say that it was one of those moments, and I don't even know if I can remember off the top of my head, but I know that it was a insult dressed as a compliment. I know that it had something to do, oh my God, I don't know how you could be so confident. What do you mean? I like who I am.
Yeah.
Also because I don't value my looks over my character.
Yeah. I think for me, I could agree. I don't think I didn't have like a specific moment, but I remember doing some fashion shows for Cleveland. Like this is like a year or two ago. And we were all backstage and everyone's getting ready and like doing the things. And I don't know, I felt like the way people would talk about like what outfits I was getting compared to other people, it was very much like, oh, like that looks good for you. Or like, oh, it's so dope that like they have clothing for fat people. But it was like, I have a graphic t-shirt on. Do you know what I'm saying? Or like I have like this basic thing on that like, it just was kind of like, oh, like it's so amazing that we allowed you in this space is kind of how it felt. Like, oh, it's so cool that like we deemed you acceptable enough to be here today. And it was like, kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where, even if it's not like you're pretty for the confident.
I'm a poor kid going to a Ivy League school on a collegiate athletic scholarship.
Literally.
And you're like, look at you at Harvard, little Tyrone.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's like you think that like me being in any space that you're in means that like they're doing charity work or some shit. And I think that sometimes it's not just the comment specifically of like, oh, you're so confident. It really is sometimes the way people interact with us in spaces too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing anything more special than you, bitch. We in the same room.
Do you think that people realize that it's insulting? Like, do you?
No.
Okay. So
No, I
saying
don't.
like with the microaggression type shit,
Yeah.
like,
No, I think that if they're educated on it, then they are. And if they still continue to perpetuate the same, like, kind of ideology, then that's that. Then they're just an asshole. But, like, I like your point of microaggressions. I do think that people really do believe that they're coming off as genuine and, like, trying to be, you know, sincere, but don't really know how to do it in a way that's not ignorant as fuck.
I thought I was fat.
Crazy fucking work.
And it's just like,
Crazy fucking work.
I almost feel like in that moment she realized what she had said, and that's not how she meant, but it's like that's what you said because that is what you meant. Even if that's not what you like, the message was to be like, I admire you.
That's all. And that's all you had to say.
But saying like, damn, I looked in the mirror, I thought I was fat, undeserving of security, confidence, and self-love, and look at you, a big old bitch just living in it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't need to say the comment at all. Or if you do say the comment, think about how you would want someone to say that to you, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to, like, just give me the compliment. Like, what are we beating around the bush for? You just wanted to say that you thought I was dope. You admired me, whatever the fuck it may be. That's what you wanted to say, so say it. But you have to make up, they don't think we deserve that compliment. That's really what it comes down to as well. Like, you don't think I need that.
They don't think that because obviously they're giving the compliment, but they don't think that we deserve it on a societal, like,
no.
You understand what I'm saying?
Like,
they think they're doing us a favor by giving us that compliment.
I think it's baffling to some people that they want to give a fat person a compliment in the first place. Like, I think to them it's like a knee-jerk reaction where they almost like are mad that they did it. Like, that's why I don't think that they think we deserve it. I think it's more of like if you thought I deserved the compliment, you would just say the compliment. But because you're trying to like do this internal battle between do they, don't they, you're making up all these weird ass like roundabout ways to say that you like something that I have. Just say it. But because you don't really believe that I deserve to hear it, you don't. Like, what does you liking my confidence have to do with anything? What are you trying to say for real? You trying to say that you find me either attractive, you like my vibe, you're trying to say something else. That's not really what you're trying to say, but you don't think I deserve that compliment, so you're giving me this roundabout answer. It's
this
wild.
roundabout compliment that feels appropriate for my size.
Yeah.
Feels size appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, here's your 2XL compliment. Fit that.
Yeah.
Plus size compliment. There you go. Crazy. At least we get something, JCPenney. Do you think that then people are shocked by fat confidence because of like media conditioning or by personal bias or both?
Both.
I agree.
Both.
Yeah.
I mean,
that shit starts in the womb.
I feel like the media conditioning forms the personal biases. You know what I mean? So they go hand in hand. I think how we're depicted in the media is like, we're supposed to be insecure. We're supposed to have our head down. We're supposed to shrink ourselves, not take up too much space, be nice, be kind, be quiet, let people hoe us. No, that's a big one for me. I don't do that shit. If you try to hoe me, bitch, you try to hoe me, I'm gonna show you a prostitute, bitch. Okay? Just media consumption on top of how they feel about themselves, too. I am this small, I am this big, I have this, I am this, I can go here, I can do I am better than this fat person, so no, this does not make sense to me. Them having confidence and loving themselves and accepting themselves goes against everything that I've been taught.
Yeah.
And I don't even accept myself, and I am the society's standard.
Do y'all remember, if y'all are Tyler Perry fans, y'all know the movie with Jill Scott? Which is that Why Did I Get Married?
When bitch ass nigga made her
and I think that he is a perfect example of how thin people treat fat people. Because in his mind, in his mind, he was loving Sheila. And I think to y'all, we should be the fat woman that drives up the hill to like fawn after our man. And I think that's really where like the fat aspect comes. I think that's where the shock comes from skinny people. Like, it is, like you said, it's jarring for you to see someone living their truth that looks different than you, that is fat, because you think that I'm supposed to be this like sad ass bitch in the corner that's taking crumbs from everybody, and that's not the reality. What makes me sad is like y'all's confidence is built off of someone else's insecurity. My confidence is built off of me having to fight that, and I think that's what blows y'all sometimes, because people,
I built this shit.
yeah, it's like
Brick by brick.
bitch, if you didn't have anything to compare your insecurities to, you would have no confidence. And I'm confident because I'm not comparing myself to any of y'all. So who really has a problem here? Who really? I'm just saying, like, media or not, family issues or not, like, my family is fucking fat phobic as hell, like shallow as fuck. Seriously. And that's coming from y'all fat as fuck. I'm gonna say that too. I hope y'all watching, y'all fat as hell. But still, I learned not to internalize that. So I feel like as a skinny person, just like if you grew up in a predominantly like one cultured area, you're going to absorb that. So I feel like if a skinny person is predominantly around skinny people, consuming media that just has skinny people, or if there is a fat person, it's my 600-pound life or whatever it may be, I feel like it sways them to be a certain way where it's like, get outside, go view the world. Fat people exist in all different shapes and forms, just like you do. Like,
period.
And if you interacted with us, you wouldn't have this like magical moment of realizing like, oh, you have a brain.
Right.
Or you have confidence. You have style. You wouldn't have that. You would know that just like you, we're people.
Just like some of y'all straight people, standard sized people can't fucking dress. Just like some of y'all standard sized people fucking suck.
And y'all be calling us sloppy when we can't dress, when y'all be looking crazy as fuck too. Like, but we'll get into that.
Because Lululemon is not a fucking outfit just because it's fucking expensive and exclusive because fat people can't wear it.
That's all. It's
not an
$200
outfit.
tracksuit, bitch. Literally fuck Target, but literally Target has the same thing.
Like,
Fuck
stop
Target,
being
though.
fucking lazy. But that's what standard sized people get to be lazy in other areas that we don't.
Yeah.
Because if we are lazy in those areas, if I went to the motherfucking store today in sweatpants, like, it'd be like, she doesn't take care of herself. She just rolled out of bed. It wouldn't be athleisure.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be athleisure.
It would be, I don't care about myself.
And I think that's why that lady said something to me, because that's how I dress when I go to work.
Yeah.
If I don't have on sweatpants, blah, 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 I'm wearing athleisure, tight, shapely, leggings and stuff like that. Like I'm going to the fucking gym because, I'm about to be up on my feet for 10 fucking hours. I think I don't know. It's like these two things do not go together. So why do you think that people assume that fat is synonymous with insecure? Like fat equals insecure. Where does that come from?
I think that goes back to our last conversation of just like media and what they're raised around. Mm-hmm. If you were either raised around a bunch of fat people that hated themselves, or you were raised around a bunch of standard people that hated fat people for existing, that's how, you know what I'm saying? I think that's how people are going to present themselves in the world.
I would say this is more media conditioning than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just because this is how we're constantly depicted, and because how standard-sized people speak about us in the media. We don't even gotta be a part of nothing. You know what I mean? Like, not a cast member, not shit. How they speak about us, how we're brought up in conversation, in topic, whether that be a scripted show or reality show, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's always in a piss poor light. In a, she's insecure, she's lacking something, she's not enough, she's too much. You know what I mean? Like,
I think the word fat itself has always been used as a negative connotation.
Absolutely.
So to assume that us even saying that we're fat women and being confident is literally like,
that makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah, like it flips someone on their ass. Like they're like, wait, but the way I was taught fat means you're ugly, undeserving, and all these other things. So there's no way in hell you can be fat and confident.
Oh my God.
And I think that's really what that is.
When you say I'm fat and then you get, beautiful.
Bitch, I'm fat.
I didn't say that.
All I said was I was
hoe.
fat. Just like you said you was skinny. Just,
that
you know what I'm saying?
That does not mean you're
just
cute.
Like someone said that they were fit, or they were this, or they had ass, or whatever. It's like, it's a descriptive word. It's a descriptive word. But that's the thing. Y'all have taken this descriptive word and have used it to like discriminate against a community for literally ages. Like, and then you think about it too. I could call someone a bitch, right? But then I call you a fat bitch, I've gone too far.
Right.
It's a term that's used to put people down, and it doesn't need to be. Like, bitch, you can say I'm fat. That doesn't mean that I'm insecure or any of those things.
Right.
Like,
because that's just literally the truth. Yeah.
It's a word.
Yeah.
Like, even when we go out in public all the time, and I feel like I'm, always talking about my podcast to people, and I say like it's a podcast about fat people talking about their fat experience, and people are like, fat? Like you're using, I literally had someone asked me, like, you're using the word fat, like you're saying fat, and it's like, yeah, bitch, you do in private. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, let's be fucking for real. Y'all call people fat in private. We've all seen how people act about fat people in behind closed doors. Like, so yeah, bitch, yeah, you say it, I say it, we all say it. So let's just say it. We're fat. I'm fat. Like, it doesn't have to be this negative thing, but me saying I'm fat has nothing to do with the level of confidence that I have. And that's just what that is. Period.
Me acknowledging my fat has nothing to do with the level of confidence.
Nothing.
Like, it's just, I am self-aware.
Literally.
Not delusional.
Bitch, you can't tell me. Come on now. Like, that's the other thing, too.
I'm more self-aware and non-delusional than a bitch that doesn't think she's ugly.
You think I'm about to walk around this bitch and be like, I'm not fat? Y'all would be mad at me, too. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, though, too. Because it's one of those things like, bitch, if I said I'm fat, I'm fucked. But if I say I'm not fat, y'all gonna think I'm stupid as fuck and I don't know shit about myself and I'm unaware and all these other things. So it's like, which one is it? Am I fat or am I not?
But then they also try to prove that with, oh, you're not fat, you're thick.
Trying to make me feel better because you couldn't handle somebody calling you fat.
Right.
Because you are so used to it being a negative term.
Right.
But that also, again, going back to like race and fat phobia, like I think in a way, like fat, it by no means I think is the same weight as the N-word, but it to a certain extent, it has that same energy of like, this thing has been used for so long to put a community down that the minute that I want to use it as just a descriptive word, egad, how dare you? Right. Bitch, I'm the fat one. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't I say fat? I'm literally the fat one. Make it make sense.
Why do you feel that why do people feel like they have ownership over fat people's emotional expressions? Just like you were saying, like, as soon as I want to own this where y'all got, why would that even matter?
It's a superiority. It's a superiority. Like, bitch, you think because you're skinnier than me that you think that you have more say over anything. Even skinny people could have no type of idea how to do anything healthy at all. Like, not know how to eat a certain way or whatever it may be, but they'll still give me advice over what I should be doing health-wise because they have a sense of superiority. And I think that's what it goes down to. Like, you feel like you have a say over how I describe my body, my confidence, or whatever it may be because you think that you have ownership over me. In a way that is my confidence. You own my confidence. You own, like, how I should present myself in this world. And that's your own ideology based off of your biases, not my experiences. Like, right. How do you feel?
I would say, very similar. Very similar. Definitely a superiority thing. I'm better than you. And it's because society allows them to feel that way because of how they talk about fat people. You know what I mean? It gives them, just like white supremacy, it gives them a natural sense of, well, I am this way, so I am deserving. Yeah. I am owed. I am entitled to. And they feel like they are entitled to our emotions.
And then I also, to the point of racism, right? Let's think about it too. You can be white and fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, so think about like being a person of color in this country and also being fat. Like how bad your experience is, but how people on the outward scope already treat you. Even your own community, the sense of like othering that we experience because of that is totally just from wanting to be superior. And I think about how fat phobia is in the Black community specifically. Like, there's not a lot of instances in this world where we're able to feel superior on a systematic scale, but being a smaller fat person versus being a fat person, or I'm sorry, a smaller Black person compared to being a fat Black person, that experience is totally different. And I would like to say a lot of the like discrimination that I have felt has been from other Black people, truly. And but again, to say that they don't go hand in hand is crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, I remember being a young girl and going to see my poppy's mom and his sister, and them saying to me, like saying stuff to my face about my weight, commenting on how pretty I was and how I would be so much
if you just
prettier.
Lost the weight, baby girl.
I would be so much better.
Yes.
Not even prettier, just better. A better, like, human? Like, what the fuck? The size of my body makes me a better human? That's fucking sane.
And yet and still we don't educate ourselves at all when it comes to food knowledge or nutritional facts. Just saying. Like, I probably know more than your ass because I did go to fat camp, bitch. Like, but I won't go there. I won't go there. I will not.
I want to know why our confidence has to be inspirational. Why, again, with the like, I'm aghast, clutching my pearls, you love yourself. Like, it has to be this like, oh my God, look at that fat unicorn woman. She's walking and she loves her. Like,
it's kind of like when a white person describes a black athletic person, it has that same energy to it. Like, have you ever seen think of like an old school white person that's like going to like a football game that's talking about their like quarterback? It almost sounds like they're choosing their slave. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost God. Look at Jamal's big arms and his
not the
and
fucking
his
auction
beautiful
block.
Look at his speed. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. So I feel like when they're talking about fat people and their confidence, it has that same energy of like, you have this superiority complex so hard that you don't realize what you're saying is ignorant as fuck because it's based in fucking fat phobia and fucking fascism. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not.
I feel like it has to be inspirational because, again, we're not supposed to have it. So it has to have this like,
it's like, it's really what you're trying to say is, how dare you be that fat bitch that's that confident? Like, that's what it comes off as. Yeah. What would a world look like where fat people's confidence isn't newsworthy?
Is it newsworthy now, though? Is it newsworthy? Because nobody really gives a fuck about us. But then I think about people like Lizzo, where she had to hold the entire fat community on her back because they basically just made her a fucking poster child for all of us, as if we were some fucking monolith. And then every fat bitch that had a motherfucking confidence, their confidence was attributed to Lizzo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, her confidence made the newspaper. You know what? Like, it made...
And that's all.
Yeah, and that's all.
Yeah.
Not really about her music, not really about that and that fucking scandal she had, some negative shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think if we just normalize, if we just don't bring it up, if we just don't talk about it, that's just another bitch with confidence. It's not a, oh my God, look at that big girl with confidence. Mm-hmm. You are confident for a big girl. No, I'm confident for a woman.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of women, big girl or otherwise, that does not have a confidence like this.
Mm-hmm. I personally feel like it would look as if people minded their business. Like, I think that's what it would look like. People learning to shut the fuck up.
I think that's the theme of the fucking show here. Mind your fucking business, bitch.
Like, I really do feel like if there was nobody commenting on fat people's appearance on a news scale, like, y'all wouldn't even have an opinion to go off of. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, there would be, especially considering like people don't seek out fat people. It's not like people seek out relationships with fat people in the first place. So I feel like either it would be from a like a healthy standpoint of y'all would mind y'all's business and have a certain understanding, or it would be y'all just wouldn't give a fuck at all, and you wouldn't make us the butt of the joke. That's why that's really why I feel like fat people are brought up, is to deflect from someone else's shit. You just don't want someone to bring up yo snaggletooth, yo weird ass left eye, yo smelly ass armpits, whatever the fuck it may be. You want to distract from whatever bullshit you have going on, so you bring up something else about, you know, someone that looks different than you. Yeah. When it's like, why do you don't give a fuck for real? You don't, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't give a fuck. You just want to, you know, avoid whatever weird shit you have going on with your confidence, and you think that making me the brunt is gonna do that, and it's not.
Because it's sad, like an asshole. Old. It's really old.
That's the thing too, bitch. Y'all,
it's very old.
It's so crazy when you realize, I don't know about y'all, but I grew up with an old black mama, so she would dead ass be like, you know, people peak in high school. People not gonna, like, they're not gonna surpass themselves after high school. And I think we've all heard a version of that. Mm-hmm. And I really do think that when it comes to the way people treat, you know, the outside skirts of society, shows what their experience in high school was like. Y'all asses was the mean girls. Y'all was the Regina Georges. And that's just not cute. You think that as a grown ass, whatever age you are, your big ass age, that you have to put other people down, you know what I'm saying, in order to feel confident with yourselves, when you could just shut the fuck up. Or educate yourself and learn how to compliment me properly. And that's it. Yeah. Yeah. That shit is crazy.
I think that is a very good place for us to get into the thick of it. Bring up some data, some shit to back up the shit that we talking about how the topic that we're addressing affects the real world, the societal impact of things. I'm going to start with bias against fat confidence. So studies show people view confident fat people as delusional or in denial, especially women.
Child.
Yeah.
Child. It shows though. Like,
right.
It shows.
It's not a surprising
No,
statistic.
that's like, if you're fat, you know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Research from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology shows people assume fat people have lower self-esteem even when they don't. A 2022 social perception study found that confident plus-size women make others uncomfortable because it challenges dominant beauty norms. Now, I love doing that shit.
No, I love to minimize you bitches.
I love to make you uncomfortable. Chair, bitch. That's why I dress like this, honestly. I love for... I don't know what.
I love to. Oh, I can't relate to that. That's my favorite thing to say.
I know. I don't know what it is, but the way I get off when I know that I'm making somebody uncomfortable by the way that I'm dressing and carrying myself. Like the way that
dripping down the legs.
It's an act of resistance to love myself.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know about you, but since starting this podcast, and I have even more so had to walk with my head up high because now I'm representing something and I am trying to, be the voice of a certain community in a certain way. And y'all about to see my ass. Y'all about to see me in this crop top. Y'all about to see me with low rise sweatpants wearing fucking boxers. Y'all about to see me wearing a sports bra. Like, and I love that it makes them uncomfortable. I do. Yeah. I do. Because that's something it's that stressing your chest. You got to unlearn that, baby. That's that fat phobia. That's that fat phobia tickling your soul.
I'm crying.
Like, that's what it is. It's heating up your chest like heartburn, bitch. Take a Tums. I don't know. I love doing that. You?
Now, how I feel about it, I agree. I think my perspective might be a little different than yours because I agree, but I don't think it has to do with like the clothing necessarily or like how like we physically present ourselves. I really do think a lot of it comes into like internal like vibes. Like I really think people assume that we should not have confidence because of their own mental ideas about themselves, like I was saying earlier. And I think that that's why they assume that like, us being confident is a hindrance to them because they don't think that we should be. Like, I think it doesn't matter. We could look like nuns and they would still be threatened by us because we're pretty women. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like regardless of how we present ourselves because we're fat, we shouldn't feel any type of like, we shouldn't be seen. We should be in the back seat. We should not be like, acknowledgeable in the first place. So because we are, I think it challenges like their aspect of like where they see themselves fit in society. How do we fit in with their world when like they don't find space for us, but we're here? You know what I'm saying? Like we do take up space in their world and they have to deal with that. And I think it challenges them.
Yeah. Also a part of this study, it says that people feel destabilized when a fat woman refuses to be ashamed.
I agree with that. Going back to my comment beforehand, when I said that the guy that I was talking to like kept nitpicking. I'm saying like kept nitpicking about like, but for real, like how are you this confident though? Like, but how, like where do you get your confidence from? Like I'm saying this was like a 10 to 15 minute conversation about like chastising me about it. And it's like, you are so shook by the fact that I'm confident because you can't handle that I am. Yeah. Like you, that's you.
Because you couldn't handle being me, period. You couldn't handle being me, looking like me, walking in my shoes.
And that's not the first experience that I've had that has had that moment. So yeah, I absolutely do feel like me being confident or me just living in my truth or being who I am, it fucks with you. It don't fuck with me, but it fucks with you. And I don't know why.
Again, I'm gonna bring this back one more time. That's a you problem. That has nothing to do with me,
baby.
That has nothing to do with me. I like the way that this was worded. The inspiration porn effect. Disability research coined inspiration porn, but it applies here. When people expect marginalized folks to be inspirational simply for existing.
I'm happy you brought this up because I think it goes hand in hand with the point that I made about people that have autism. Like, they are not confident for existing, just like I'm not either. We are two human beings that might be, on a different scale of what's acceptable based off of your own biases that are just living their lives and living in their truth. It has nothing, like me waking up and putting on a cute pair of pants has nothing to do with how confident I am. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, me getting up and like dating a person that I deem attractive and they deem me attractive does not make me confident. Like, at all. But I think people attribute those physical things to fat people being confident just because they can't imagine someone being fat and living in their truth, just like they can't imagine someone that's disabled doing the same thing.
Well, fat people are praised for doing the bare minimum.
Basic shit.
You wore a dress because they expect misery.
Yes. And I did wear the dress.
Yeah.
And bitch, you didn't. I love being fat because I think it teaches us not to be hateful towards ourselves and to others. Like, we've all been in locker rooms before. We've all seen how specifically women talk to themselves. I don't know how men act in the locker room, but y'all are bros. So y'all probably just like touch titties all the time and like touch your nipples and shit. I don't know. But like in the girls' locker room, yeah, literally, y'all probably like to like smack your dicks together or something. I don't know. Which like
circle jerk.
Invite me next time.
Oh my God. Have you ever heard? I'm so sorry.
Wait, what's that?
Circle jerk?
What's circle jerk?
You don't know what circle jerk is?
I think we all should know what circle jerk is. What is that? Please.
That's one of my favorite.
Is it when you jerk in a circle?
It's like dudes stand in a circle and they jerk off. Have you ever played Soggy biscuit. Have you ever heard of that? All right. I need my followers, listeners, whatever the fuck. I need y'all to comment below. I just need y'all to comment
Soggy
below.
biscuit. I'm too pure for this conversation.
I just need y'all to comment a cheers. Okay, because biscuit over there across the pond is a fucking cookie. So basically, what they do, dudes stand around in a circle and they all jerk off.
I'm into that.
Jerk off.
I'm into that.
And come, and whoever comes last on this biscuit cookie eats said biscuit cookie.
I don't like the locker room that they're in.
Biscuit.
You know that Queen Latifah meme where she's like, that's how I feel right now. Like, what do you mean by that? First off, I want to be the cookie, and I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that. Invite me next time. That's all. That's all. Because I feel like, why a cookie when, but anyways, the girls' locker room is so much more fun than that. So, but anyways, when you're in the girls' locker room, I feel like there's so much conversation about, like, it's a scene in Mean Girls with, like, oh, like, look at my pudge is sticking out too far. Like, you know that scene where they're, like, all talking shit, and it's like,
my
fat women.
Stinks.
But, like, I feel like Lindsay Lohan is the fat person in that moment. Where it's like, I don't have anything that, like, I need to point out in myself right now, but since that's what we're accustomed, it's cultural for y'all to talk shit about people. It's literally a part of our society.
It's cultural for y'all to talk shit about yourselves.
So you think that I need to do that, and it's shocking when I'm not, because I'm the easy target in that conversation, and I think that's where that comes from.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but also, again, going back to locker room, boys, we can use my cookie next time. Okay.
Bitch, you're fired.
I know. I'm sorry.
A last stat that I got is on backhanded compliments as microaggression. So a 2023 survey of 1,000 plus size adults found 72% report supportive insults. Like, you're brave for wearing that. That is crazy. That's a crazy.
You're brave?
You're brave. I love your confidence, and I wish I had your
They
confidence.
act like fat people wearing pants is like walking up Mount Rushmore, bitch. Like, or walking up fucking Mount Everest. This is not a feat. It's pants. Like, what?
Put 2 legs in, 1 leg at a time.
Yeah, like, I don't.
And pull them over your ass.
That's all. Like, y'all fucking make me so mad, because we're getting rewarded for the most basic shit.
Yeah.
The most basic shit. And it kind of makes me understand why, like, there are some people that assume that our work is like, y'all always have people telling y'all how, like, giving you support or whatever it may be. But it's like, no, not really. Like, that's not the support that I want. I really want you to mind your business and just tell me you like my pants and not act like I'm, like, fucking inventing a nuclear code when I have them on.
Yeah.
Like, they're cute pants. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I found some in my size, bitch. Like, what the fuck? Like, craziness.
All right. So I think it's time. I think it's y'all favorite time, favorite part of the show. It's our favorite part of the show for sure. This is the weigh in. This is where we give the floor to you guys, our beautiful, wonderful listeners. This is where the space is safe and our community is made. You can send in your listener letters, ask for advice, or just rant. Say shit,
bro.
Right. Say shit to spark further discussions. Let's get into it. So this week, asked a couple questions on our Instagrams, our personal Instagrams, as well as our pod Instagram. So you want to go over those results and talk about what we talked about. So I'm going to start with my personal Instagram and what I seen over there. I asked the question, does your confidence make others uncomfortable? And I had 100%. There's 3 options, yes, no, and I've been told that it does. And I had 3 people that voted yes. And honestly, I feel like there could have been more, but I know that all 3 of these people that answered are very confident in themselves, and I could see how that could be intimidating. And I also asked, did your family teach you internalized fat phobia? I had 5 votes to that one, and again, all 100%, and all were yes.
I actually did that one as well on my Instagram with the did your family teach you internalized fat phobia. I received 11 votes altogether, 10 being yes, and 1 actually being no. And actually, it was one of your friends that said no. I mean, I think that whether you realize it or not, like, we've all been taught fat phobia, like, whether it was through the media or not. The other statistic that I saw, because I didn't really post too much about this one on my page, but the one on our Instagram, on our shared Under the Weight of It All, was we had asked you guys if you think that fat women are expected to be insecure. And out of 14 votes altogether, we had 12 people vote yes and 2 people voted no. And it's interesting too, because one of the people that voted no were actually fat people. And I love when we kind of go against our own grain, because I think that I assume that every fat person has experienced the same things that I have, and that's not true either. And that comes from my own biases as well.
Yeah.
But I do think that, like, regardless of if that person believes it or not, like, from my experience, I do think that people assume that we should be secure in ourselves just based off of, like, conversations that I've had with people that are standard-sized.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
For sure. I definitely think that is the knee-jerk reaction. I even hate when I just go to Walmart and I'm not in my, usual get up. I'm like, they don't know I'm a bad bitch.
Yes.
They don't know I'm defying these standards.
They think I don't know ball.
Give a fuck. Right.
Yes. They think I don't know ball.
No, but dead ass. So
I'm never a person on Walmart, bitch.
Yeah, I definitely think that it is assumed that we are supposed to have insecurities and just be insecure. And I want to talk about the 2 questions that we asked on our shared page as well. And this is, have you ever been told I love your confidence? Now, obviously, we sat here and said if we had $1 for every time, we would be fucking rich.
Yeah.
And I think that is true for a lot of plus size women that maybe not even have the confidence or defy the odds or go against the grain as we do, but just show up authentically themselves and accepting of that. So we had 75% say yes, and then we had 25 say no. So 9 votes for yes, 3 votes for no. And I asked a follow-up question to that. Did the comments on your confidence, did they feel genuine, backhanded, and insulting? And I'm actually shocked at how even all 3 of those answers were. So
yeah, I'm looking at that statistic
we had
now.
27 people say yes, say genuine. They felt like people saying that they love their comments were confidence were genuine. 45 felt like it was backhanded, and 27% felt like it was just downright insulting, period. So not even, with an intention of being nice and genuine.
I really am surprised that the percentage split between genuine and insulting were so close together. Like, they're literally completely even.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to me. But I again...
And it's all how you perceive things.
Yeah, I think that, perspective is everything.
Yeah.
Like, if you really do believe... And maybe sometimes I do think that out of a protective, like, I'm ultra cautious of how people act with me, like, interact with me. So there might be points where someone is being genuine in that moment, but, like, maybe doesn't have the knowledge to really say it in a way that I can receive it. So, I can almost get why people would say that,
I think it's where that person who's receiving the compliment is. I think it's where that person that's giving the comment is coming from. Like, it's nuanced. Like, everything is. Like, everything is,
and that's the thing too.
Yeah.
Like, just like the compliment itself is nuanced, so are fat people. And I think I want that to kind of go into our food for thought a little bit. All so let's go ahead and swing into that. I think that for this episode, if you take something away from it, understand that, like, fat people are nuanced. We are not like this one set type of person. So if you feel threatened by a fat person in your space, maybe take that time to reflect on yourself and pinpoint the things that make you feel insecure, because a lot of times your reasoning for disliking me is the same reason why you dislike yourself in those private
it's projection
moments.
That's
100%.
what a lot of judgment is. If you guys have anything to add to that, please send in your weigh-ins. You need dating advice, somebody is giving you a backhanded compliment and you want to know how to react, deal with that, respond. If you want to work on your confidence, if you just want to bring up something that we've already talked about in past episodes and just comment on it, this is the space for you. This is the floor for you guys. So send in your weigh-ins at undertheweightofitallpod@gmail.com.
You guys can find me at Karrington Lore on Instagram and on TikTok. You can find our podcast at Under the Weight of It All Pod on Instagram and TWOIA Pod on TikTok as well. Felicia, where can they find you at?
You can find me on IG at I am Felisha Alexis. Thank you all for joining us this week. Please be sure to follow, rate, subscribe, leave comments. leave 5-star reviews. If you're watching this on YouTube, press the subscribe button. Make sure you do not get a chance to miss out on viewing us and joining the conversation.
Excuse our heater, y'all.
Yeah. Tell your fat friends, tell your short friends, your disabled friends, tell anybody that has ever felt other. Just let them know that this is not no body positive bullshit. This is where real talk happens. And until next week.
Bye, y'all. Mwah.